Alright, we're back once again. Today I'm doing just a short video on some of the top 5 custom training maps, the Steam Workshop maps that you can use to improve yourself at Rocket League. Whether that's your air control, your shooting, just a wide variety of skills really. So right, we'll get straight into the first one, which is called Aim Training by Coco. Now this training map is amazing for practicing your shooting and generally getting your accuracy just a lot better, and you can work on your power and things like this. So you start off in a little room like this, and you can put mod options on, so random target sizes, random wall distances. So for example, you just turn that on by jumping into the ball, and you've got easy, normal and survival. So say we'll just go into normal here, and the ball will just drop, and you can just, each time it's going to just drop it in the same place until you hit the shot. And you can, honestly, you can spend ages on this, just shooting. But if I go back here now, I'll show you some of the modifiers that you can use. So we've got back into, oh, there we go, into the lobby. Right, so we'll try putting on random target sizes and random ball drops. And that should randomize it just that little bit more. There we go. Okay, so it's just gonna mix things up a bit really, just because, there you go, see, look at that, that was completely different, and it helps really just correct any inconsistencies. If you find in your shooting that your shots are a little bit inconsistent, they're not powerful enough, or you're just not hitting the target when you should be, this training map is the one for you. Okay, number 2 on the list is Neon Heights by Lethamyr. This is just a fantastic map to work on your aerial car control. The premise is quite simple. You're just going to be flying through rings. But this is probably one of the best ways to improve on your directional air roll for once, but you don't need to. If you just want to keep it simple, you can just fly through the rings like that. And as you go through, you get to each little area here. For example, where I am now, that's just a new checkpoint. So if I, for example, die here, I can come back to that checkpoint. So it's not too much pressure, but it's an absolutely fantastic way to improve your aerial car control. Like, I can vouch for it 100%. Your aerials will improve if you join this map. It's just a guarantee. And if you're wanting to work on that directional air roll, get it a little bit more consistent, work on those direction changes, this is a place to do it. Oh my god. But you can spend quite a while in this one. The difficulty ramps up as you go further along, so the first few sort of ring levels you go through will be quite manageable, but from there it just gets harder and harder. It's quite a long custom map this, if you want to play it to the end, but I do have another one similar to this that we'll go through that is a little bit shorter and a little bit easier, and you can just focus on your speed. Okay, this next one is called Speed Jump Rings 3. Now, this one it's another rings map, but it's quite different than Lethamyr's, because this one's more about getting speed in, because the difficulty's not too hard on this one. So if you've never done any rings maps before, maybe this is the one to start with. But here you go, it's pretty simple. It's going to be the same concept as Lethamyr's really. You're going to have checkpoints throughout, but it mixes it up with those small wall platforms and things like that really, just to mix it up a little bit. But this one is more about just getting through it as quick as you can really. So yeah, this is Speed Jump Rings 3. I believe this is by DMC. I'll make sure I put all the links in the description. But yeah, it's another absolutely fantastic map for aerial car control, and this one helps if you want to improve your speed in the air quite a lot, because Lethamyr's rings can be a bit complex as you go along it, so you don't want to rush through it too much, whereas this one, it's perfect for just trying to get you improve your speed and just overall aerial consistency. Okay, this next one is called Dribble Challenge 2 Overhaul. This is an updated map version of the Dribble Challenge 2. They've just improved the graphics a little bit and just makes it a little bit of a nicer experience. So you have a couple of options here. Oh, casual. You got a couple of options here, so you can put different skies on, things like that. Skipping, you can enable or disable skipping. Put your water on, things like that. But for this, it's all about, the name of the game is improving your dribbling and your ground control, because that is it can be a lot of people's downfall, that, because people end up focusing quite a lot on your aerials, which of course is important, but so is ground play, especially if you want to be a ones man. You need to be able to run around that pitch with this ball on your car solidly. Again, as with the other maps, the difficulty ramps up quite a lot as you go along it, really. And obviously you can time yourself on this, see how quick you can do it, but a lot of the time, if you're new to these sort of maps, it might take you a while. I still don't think I've finished this all the way through. It gets quite difficult. Like, there's interesting, oh, I've lost it there. There's quite a lot of different interesting obstacles to go through, and it really does put you on your toes, let's say that. Yeah, so it's easy enough to start off with, and it'll just get you used to having that ball on top of your car, being able to control your turns, your speed, and it translates really well in game, because of course you can use little tricks like flicking it at the end, which is just going to help. Oh my gosh. But yeah, there's multiple. I'm trying to think. There we go. So I've skipped ahead of level here. I'll skip ahead a few just so you can see what kind of things are coming at you. Like, there's a range of things. But here's level 12, for example. There we go. Yeah. So this is an interesting one here. Level 13. You've got to time this right. Oh. But yeah. The aim of the game with this one is just complete and utter ground control. Improving that, improving your speed, improving your turning, all that. It's a brilliant map. Okay, this next map is called Dribble Hoops by TJ, or TJ Brother, I think you like to say. You've got controls so you can keep going from the next level, say for example if you get stuck, or you just want to start afresh. And the aim of this one, yes, it is hoops based, which I mean is very important if you are a hoops man. But the main point of this, I find, is just getting that ground to air dribbling. Oh my god, I got stuck on a map. But it really is gonna test you if this is not something you've tried much. Or, like, for me, this is one of my weaker parts of my game, is my ground to air dribbles. But some of these, on your first playthrough, they will look impossible, honestly. But as you go along, your ground to air dribbling will increase just so much, because a lot of the times it's not always something people get a chance to test in game a lot. And yeah, so I'll skip along a few levels here. Let me there's honestly, there's a wide variety of stuff, and oh god, but just for example, this is just very difficult, and it gets, just as with the other ones, the difficulty will ramp up. It gets a lot difficult, a lot more difficult as you go along, but I like that because it means your skills can grow with the pack. Because you don't want something that you can just complete easily the first time, because you're not going to get any better. So maps like these are going to help you improve a lot. A lot. And yeah, it's simple as that. I like the fact you can skip levels, because it stops it getting a bit boring. If you're struggling a little bit too much, then it just means you can move through it a bit more, try some more difficult things. But yeah, that is Dribble Hoops by TJ. Okay, that's been my top 5 custom workshop maps to improve at Rocket League. As I said earlier, I will put all the links to all these maps and what they're called in the description of the video, so be sure to check them out. Honestly, it's so useful. And if you're not running the Steam version of the game, for example, you're using Epic, there is also a Epic, like a downloader for Steam workshop maps, and then you can import them into a custom map loader, which I will also put in the description. It's really easy to use. You just save it to your desktop. It'll give you a small custom maps folder, and you just download them via this Epic downloader, and then just bang them in your folder, and it's easy as that. And then you will run them by going to play, training, free play, and then you'll put them on this little underpass soccer map, and then you just launch it, and instead of launching into there, you will launch into your desired map. Right, so I hope you all had a great day. This is if anybody wants any more sort of videos like this on some extra training maps, things I recommend for your general improvement, just let me know. But until then, I will see you in the next one.